Today, we're tackling a lackluster TV wall and bringing it to its full boho potential with lots of thrifting, DIYing, and budget-friendly hacks. Work smarter, not harder. I promise it'll make sense. I can't make that promise. Here? No. Good call. Ew. Oh my.
Whoa, that's so cool. How did you do that?
Guys, welcome back to Small Spaces, where we are attempting to make your nooks look nice and your corners look cute, but also your walls look wicked? What's another W? Walls look well? Your walls look wow. Attempting to make your walls look wow. We're here in Ira's living room. Hey guys, do you ever see a name just written down and you just assume you know exactly how to pronounce it, like it's not even an issue? Well, unfortunately, that's what happened with this particular video, and I just assumed it was Ira. Turns out it's Ira. So I know I've been saying Ira this whole time, but when I say Ira, I really mean Ira. It's as simple as that. Okay, bye. Where she and her partner love snuggling in for a movie after a long day of work with a lovely dinner and just cozy vibes. Okay, there are two main issues that are really standing out to us that we think we can provide the most amount of help with. The first one being that this TV wall really isn't living up to its full potential. The TV stand here functionally is just too small, and while there is some storage going on here, we think we can really up that amount of storage and really help out with the organization. The furniture is also a little bit mismatched because it is a blend of previous pieces from apartments where they were living separately, so we hope to bring a little bit of cohesion to the space. Our second issue being that it can actually get quite hot in this apartment, like right now, if I'm being honest with you. Toronto weather is kind of all over the place. It is April right now, and last week it was snowing, and right now it is almost too warm to be comfortable working in here. It's wild. So this being a little bit of a smaller space, without effective airflow and efficient cooling, this place is gonna turn into an oven this summer. Iris says that they like the sectional for how versatile it is. They also like to eat dinner at the coffee table, but it is a bit big for the space. The storage it provides, though, is great, and they would love to have some more mood lighting for coziness. They've lived in this apartment for over 2 years, but nothing truly feels like them when it comes to their space, except their new rug. The rug was mentioned twice in their submission, so it's safe to say that that stays. The style that they're looking for is a mix of eclectic, boho, cozy, mid-century, stained glass starburst realness. I'm not entirely sure what that last one means, but I think we're gonna figure something out. I think that we can definitely help solve some of their issues with the space, and I can't wait to get started. Space is empty? Let's paint. Brand shout out, my brand loyalty to Purdy, because it's like, you don't have to screw it on. You know what I mean? It's like quick on and off. I got sucked into it when I was working at Sherwin. They're like, this is gonna make your painting so much better. We're actually gonna be painting the wall a custom blended color because I had a lot of paint left over. When Anna and I came to scout the other day, we decided on a color from a fan deck, but because I had some leftover paint that I thought we could tweak potentially to make it work, I decided to custom mix our own blend, but this is the first time Anne's actually seeing the color. So ew. It just needs a stir.
The orange and the green, aren't the best beside each other, but it's a cute color.
I love pea soup.
What are you naming this color, Rochelle?
Pea soup? I don't know. It was somewhere between wasabi and back to nature. So back to wasabi?
Sure.
I don't know.
Back to wasabi.
Oh, it's already so hot. Okay, so we worked up quite a sweat while we were painting there, and stripping off half of my paint suit cannot possibly be the best solution for dealing with the heat. Luckily, we do have a solution for Ira, and I would like to thank Dreo for partnering with us on this video. They are hooking Ira up with a cooling system that is going to easily tackle one of the major issues in this space. Because good design isn't just about how a space looks, it's about how you feel in it. Okay, so we're gonna start by getting this fan out of here, which has seen better days. I have lived in a rental apartment just like this, and I am not a fan of those big bulky, noisy window air conditioning units that are a pain to install and get screwed right into the window frame. Like, it's too much, especially in a rental, especially in a place where you don't need to turn it on all the time. So I'm really excited that we were gifted the Dreo Portable Air Conditioner AC319S for this space. I first purchased a portable air conditioner unit when I was renting in Montreal, back when we had that really bad heat wave in 2018. A portable AC unit was a must because I wasn't the handy woman I am today when that heat hit. It was nuts. Everyone would have been way too busy to help me install something in the window frame, and I would have had to get permission from the landlord and everything. So portable AC units are the perfect solution for renters because they're so easy to install. The hose clicks into place on the back and the other end simply attaches to the window plate, which basically just sits in the window. No tools necessary. And its patented all-scenario drainage-free system in cooling mode means you don't have to be constantly draining while in use. So easy. This unit is much smaller and much cooler than the one I had, literally. But one of the challenges I faced was when winter came and I didn't need to use it, it kind of just sat in my living room because I didn't have anywhere else for it to go. Eventually, when I did get into woodworking, I built myself a little 3-sided black box to cover it so it would kind of blend in under my kitchen counter. I think now that I've upped my woodworking skills a little bit, we can do so much better for Ira. But you know who wants to tell you all about that? Pastor Shell. One of my favorite parts of DIYing is being able to create custom pieces that suit your exact needs, and that is what this piece is gonna do. So the plan for this piece to house the AC unit is just to build a base and a top out of plywood, some slatted sides for efficient airflow from the unit, and I want to make a removable door that can be used to conceal the unit whenever it's not in use. So I got my plywood pieces cut down to size. They look enormous, but it's gonna be a big piece, but I think it's gonna be a little bit of a showstopper in the space. Our next step is to do these slats for the sides. I'm choosing to cut them down from knotty pine instead of the plywood because that's gonna give us a nicer finish. I'll be cutting the strips down to 3/4 of an inch wide on the table saw since our boards are 3/4 of an inch thick, and that's gonna leave us with perfectly squared dowels. I'm adding some wider support pieces to each corner of the box using pocket screws and wood glue. These pieces will be the major structural support, while the slats will be more decorative. So I'm just going to attach the slats using some glue and pin nails. For the removable door, I want to make sure that this unit will still allow airflow through the front if the door is accidentally left on. So I'm gonna add caning to the front, but it also just looks cute. I made the frame of the door out of the same plywood as the top and the bottom, cutting it to length and ripping the pieces to width. I attached them using wood glue and pocket screws. Then, like you would on a picture frame, I'm using my router to make a rabbet for the caning to sit in. Okay, so as you can see, we actually really only have scraps of caning left. There is nothing that's going to be able to do like a full shape across the front of the door. And I knew this. We are just going to do an arch shape made up of 4 bands of our caning strung across. Okay, so I'm just going to use some double-sided tape to stick my 2 pieces of this underlayment stuff together so I can cut the shape at the same time and the pieces don't shift. Work smarter, not harder. And then I'm staining the whole thing with a combo of 2 different colors to create the perfect shade. And then I sealed it all with a clear top coat. Lastly, I added in some small but mighty magnets to the 4 corners of the front so the door can easily be taken on and off. The magnets be magneting, but she won't be able to see it unless I get it to the space, so let's get, oh my. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna send the door and I'll grab the rest later. This model is small and quite cute, but small as it is, its 10,000 BTU cooling power and 14-foot range can easily cool down this space. It also helps that the airflow vents are angled at 30 degrees. A lot of other AC units have vents that shoot straight up or straight out, but the angle on these means there's an arc of cool air being spread evenly all over this room for natural uniform cooling. This air conditioning unit will definitely help solve the hot summer issue in this apartment. And you may be thinking, is that AC unit even on? And I assure you it is. With its 45 decibel ultra quiet performance, all you can hear is my lovely voice. Which means that when Ira's working from home, right over there, she can stay focused and take calls without anybody knowing that she's way more comfortable than she was last summer. We've only had it on for 15 minutes and the temperature is already so much cooler in here. And with this new cover, it can blend in perfectly with the design style we're going for. And let's just pretend it's wintertime for a second and we don't want to see it. So it wasn't really moving around while it was on, which is great, but I still picked up a couple sizes of these little rubber cup things because it does have casters on it. So just in case Ira wants to like shift this around a little bit, we don't want this to go anywhere. And then I think that's it for the day. This looks great. This is looking great. I can't wait to see what great things we do tomorrow. Good morning. It's looking a little bit blank in here. We have a lot to do today, so let's just jump into it. Starting with this, we are on a TV wall without a TV. Let's go fix that. Okay, so I managed to get both of these IKEA Besto units secondhand from different sellers on the same day. I love it when that happens. But this one in particular is a little worse for wear. They don't match exactly, and they don't fit the vibe of the design for Ira's space. So I'm excited to get started on transforming these two pieces into Ira's perfect TV stand, but they need a little work. Okay, trust me, I have a whole vision for how these are gonna come together in her space, but the truth of the matter is, according to my plan, the length of these two together isn't even gonna fit in her space. So my first task is actually to cut one of these Besto units down so it's a little bit smaller. I'm cutting the top and bottom pieces to the correct length using my Craig Rip Cut jig on my circular saw. To hide the raw edge that I exposed, I'm cutting off the finished edge off of that offcut piece and gluing it onto the exposed side, even though this isn't actually gonna show in the end. When putting everything back together, I used the offcuts as templates clamped on top of the new edge to figure out where I needed to drill the holes. And just like that, I was able to make this Besto unit about a foot smaller. Now you can see the right cubby is a lot smaller than the left. We're actually gonna make this an open shelving moment for Ira's partner's gaming system and controllers. So I cut a little shelf for that little cubby area out of some MDF, and I think I'm gonna paint it, but the front is just blah.
You know?
So I do have this little scrap piece of trim, and I thought we just added that to the front because this is the only shelf you're gonna see all the time. So, you know, a little pizzazz. Taste the moment before it's done, before you go and break my heart. You should know I'ma be a really big star. I already had this desk grommet, but they're super inexpensive and they're a great way to make sure your TV console has great cable management. Okay, so the Besto units that I got both had doors on them. Some are gray, some are that black-brown color. Either way, they're not gonna work. So I thought it might be cool to jazz them up with a little bit of 3D texture on the front. I found this floral wall panel that is slightly smaller than the size of the door front, and it's gonna serve as the perfect bit of added texture to bring this unit together. They're made from plant fiber, which is so cool. I'm gluing them down with melamine glue, but construction adhesive would probably work too, and adding trim to finish the edges. And now we're ready to paint. The trick to painting IKEA furniture is to give it a light sand and make sure you're using a really good primer before painting it with something durable like a cabinet paint. I gave the open shelving end piece a paint in the matching color, and we're ready to bring it to Ira's space and put it all together. Ooh, it's already warm out here.
I love it.
I think this color looks really, really nice. Nicknamed it pumpkin peanut butter.
Ooh.
Don't know why. And I think it's just a matter of putting the hinges back on and hanging it up. Okay, so in Ira's submission, she said that she loved the wood tone of her furniture in here, and this is decidedly not wood tone. But I do think we're gonna be able to bring a little bit of that in and help make this look like one big cohesive unit with a plywood topper. So the idea is this.
Wow.
Sits on top, so you get a little bit of that wood tone, the warmth. I think it looks really nice with the color that we painted the doors, and it makes it look like one big long unit.
I love it, Rashi. I think it looks great. What was it, pumpkin?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Okay. Snack break. You know what? That TV stand was more work than I was anticipating. I was getting just a wee bit frustrated with the shelves and the doors and everything. So I think it's time for a snack break. Well deserved. And getting a little bit hot, so this is really nice. So this is the Dreo Turbo Polyfan 508S, and it is wicked cute, guys. Look at this thing. Way cuter than that old black tower fan that they had, and as an added benefit, not broken. And on top of that, it is way more powerful and way more efficient than that one. And if you're wondering why we've got this fan here when we just installed a portable air conditioner unit yesterday, well, that is because they work perfectly together. So we've got that unit over there that's gonna blow out a whole mess of cool air, and this one here is gonna move this air all the way around the room with its 3D automatic oscillation. Which means that this duo will keep you and your entire space cool all summer long. With its 1,000 cubic feet per minute airflow and 90-foot range, this fan alone would make a huge difference in this space, let alone paired up with the air conditioner unit. Oh yeah, and it's super quiet with 6 different wind modes and ambient lighting. All right, I think that might be enough of a rest. It's time to bring that big unit in, so we're just gonna tuck this off to the side and get going again.
All about the details.
Woo! All right, so I'm actually really excited to reuse one of her pieces of furniture because we didn't want to just get rid of everything that she had, and I thought this unit was pretty cool and obviously had a lot of storage. So I did in fact try to match the stain as best I could, but I didn't actually have this unit with me for reference, so we'll see how close I got. Perfect.
Wow.
Yay. All right, so I'm just gonna move this down a little bit because we were thinking of maybe putting a little something here. And speaking of a piece of furniture or decor that we did want to keep in the space, she did have a lamp, and mood lighting was on her list of wants anyways, so we didn't want to get rid of lighting that she had. So we thought maybe we could modify this a little bit, because as is, it's too tall to go on this TV stand, but we were thinking maybe chop it down? But do we think we have to chop it? What were you saying?
Me? Oh, sorry. I didn't know my prompt. So I was looking at this yesterday, Rashi, and I know we were talking about chopping it down, but I can see that these actually screwed. So we don't really need to modify it that much. We can just switch it up a bit.
Okay, so we were playing around with this lamp at different heights, trying to decide if we wanted it on the TV stand next to the TV. It wasn't really working for us, but Mel suggested that maybe we might like it as a wall-mounted lamp, and I think that's a pretty cool idea, so we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna take the rest of these legs off and pop it up on the wall. Woo, so long. It's in there deep, you know?
That's what she said.
Oh no. I thought I got you off. That's what he said. Okay, so, I mean, thanks to Mel, this looks amazing. But this is a concrete pillar, and we put this up with a couple of nails, so we don't really want her to have to be like tugging on this to turn the lamp on and off. And we did bring some smart plugs, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and plug this in so that she can use an app, or she does have an Alexa, so she'll be able to turn this lamp on and off without having to touch it at all. So speaking of smart tech, My AC unit in Montreal definitely didn't have it, okay? It didn't have anything other than a remote. And as a self-proclaimed lazy girl, when I sat down on the couch for a TV marathon, if that remote wasn't next to me, there was no way I was getting up for it. And then there was nothing I could do. But with this air conditioner unit and this air circulator, they have smart tech capabilities, so problem solved. With the Dreo app and integration with smart home systems, Ira can control both of these units right from her phone or even ask Alexa to help her out. Please turn on the air circulator. Can you please turn on the air conditioner? These Dreo products are now synced, and with a tap on the app or a simple voice command, we can access preset modes for different daily needs or let an automated schedule we've set take care of us. Dreo has been the #1 household fan brand on Amazon US for 3 consecutive years, and Dreo is currently launching its major summer event. We want you guys to be comfortable all summer long, so we've got a 17% discount available exclusively through the Dreo website. Click the link below and use the code TheSorryGirls to access this discount and be cool this summer. Hey Anne, do you recognize these brackets?
I think I do.
Where were they from again?
My bedroom makeover.
That they were. And I thought that we could just use them to maybe make like a little console shelf, since we did get rid of her console table here. Okay, how high is a console table? Here? No. Good call. We'll be screwing this little console shelf right to the side of the cabinet with Ira's permission. So we're painting the cabinet side of the brackets brown so they blend in a little bit better. And this simple wood top I was able to make with the leftover plywood from the AC cover unit. This secondhand coffee table with a hidden lift top is perfect for allowing this living room to also function as an additional working or dining space. It's looking great. It's time for what?
Final touchdown.
Well, sing it then.
We got the final touch. We won't touch it too much. Final touch time. Final touch time. We love adding plants wherever we can, so Anne whipped up this gorgeous macrame plant hanger for this space, and I already had the perfect hook to hang it from. This little lamp was such a steal for only $6, and I'm giving it a little revamp with some leftover caning wrapped around the shade. Some hot glue and embroidery thread held the edges together perfectly. And bonus, it's not permanent in case she likes the original better. I just had to DIY this mini starburst mirror to pair with our entry console table. I cut some dowels down to very specific different lengths and spaced them around a circle I'd cut from some MDF with pre-drilled holes that are the size of the dowels for a snug, glueless fit. I added a spacer ring to conceal some command strips on the back for easy renter-friendly hanging. And then I finished it with this cute baby circle mirror attached to the front with a neutral curing silicone so it's safe for mirrors. Oh, and I also made a plant stand because the space absolutely called for it. Let's finish off this space with some of Ira's pieces, and I think we're ready for a reveal. I personally think we did a pretty good job.
I trust you.
You may go ahead and open your eyes.
So excited. Whoa. Oh my God, I don't know where to look. I'm gonna cry, but I can't.
You can.
It feels so much like brighter, but like cozy at the same time. Like it's wonderful. Oh my God. The TV stand used to be like nothing, and I could never get anything in there. That's wonderful. Oh my God, guys. And a new coffee table. I didn't even notice. Wow. You detached the lamp from the, that's so cool. How did you do that? All the storage is wonderful. Like I feel like the storage before was so non-existent and just kind of like put everything everywhere where we could find it. A little spot to put my keys too. That's wonderful. I can check myself out in the mirror.
Inside this little plant stand that we've got for you here.
I was wondering. Oh my God, that looks so cool. Guys, it looks so beautiful. Thank you so much.